Hey guys, Scott with Blade Co. Wanted to give you a quick look at the Robert Carter Generalist. Robert was a blast to work with. He's he's got a great personality. He's a very funny guy, and I got on his books very early on when his website kind of opened, and ordered up this guy here. And when my turn came, basically with any other maker, I would just say, hey man, do whatever you feel like doing that day. And I tried that with Robert, and it didn't go over so well. He was like, no, you tell me what you want. So I was like, well, I like blues and greens. And so he went ahead and put some blues and greens in this knife for me. And this thing out in the daylight here gets all sorts of color. There's greens, magenta, blue. It's pretty iridescent. You just kind of get all sorts of colors. It's a fast knife, runs on a bearing system, and looking at 4V steel here, which is a high-speed steel. And he asked me what I wanted to do with the blade, and I said, why don't you do stonewash on the bevel and satin on the flats, and that's what he put together for me. So, work in progress pics. Best build ever for that. At one point, I think one day, I got 12 pictures in a row of what he had gotten done with it that day. I felt like I was in the shop with him. It was a blast. So that part was extremely fun and very rare. So Robert is a boat captain for, initially it was 3 weeks out of every month, so his shop time was extremely limited, and I felt pretty lucky to be able to get this knife. I think recently I've been talking to him, and he's renegotiated his schedule to where he's going to be 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and that's going to be better for all you guys trying to get on the books. And he has a website, Robert Carter Knives, and get on his mailing list, because eventually here he's going to open up that mailing list for basically so many builds that he can get done, and I would try to get on there. He's got a couple different models out right now. The F16 is one of them. It's a Tanto, and this one right here. And he's got a few more in the works that you'll just have to wait and see. I'm not going to talk about them until they're out, so I don't want to spoil the surprise. So he did some work on an end mill on this. It's the most unique one I've seen built yet. Toothy. It's a toothy critter. But you can tell Robert is a perfectionist. And I'll tell you what, this knife carries very well. There's a lockup. Nice and early. It carries very well. It's a thin knife towards the end here, and you almost don't know it's in your pocket until you need it, which is a great quality in a knife. Flips very fast. It's got smooth action. Really impressed with it. And it's not an overly thick knife or anything, but it feels extremely solid in your hand. It's just, you can tell you can work on this thing and you're not going to break it. So, like I said with his website, get on board, try to get one of his knives. You will be impressed. It's a guarantee. His fit and finish, his overall quality is excellent. And I'm going to have this knife for years to come. And hopefully after I've beating it up. I'll send it back to him for a little spot treatment. It'll be good again. But I wanted to get this video out before I started thrashing it and knocking it against doors and, you know, beating it up. So get on his books, guys. Check out his website. You will be happy with the overall product. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys.